Boys and girls. Today we're doing Chapter 11, Lesson 5, Telling Time to the Minute. And our learning intention is I'm learning to tell time to the minute so that I can learn to do elapsed time. One of the most important things that we do with time is to tell how much time has passed, to figure out how much time until we need to leave to go somewhere, how long we're going to be at a place, or what time we'll arrive, things like that. So elapsed time is an extremely important skill. And it's very hard to do if you can't tell time to the minute. So that's what we're going to be working on. Okay, so these are the pages we're going to be doing today, pages 659, 660, and 661 in your math book. So go ahead and get out your math book, and let's get started on page, 659. Okay, time can be represented on a digital clock or an analog clock. Now, digital clocks are really nice and convenient because you can just see the hours and the minutes. The issue with digital clocks is that you have to remember that the minutes, there are only 60 minutes in an hour, and you have to be able to subtract from 60 in your head if you're using only digital clocks. But once you're familiar with analog clocks, you can visualize the analog clock in your head, and you can do it in your head, like you can see, oh, there's 15 minutes until 4 o'clock. So that's what's nice about analog clocks. There are some jobs where they still use analog clocks, and where it's really important to the job that you use an analog clock. So it's really important that you be able to use them. They're unlikely to disappear. They'll be used less and less, but there are times when you have to be able to use an analog clock. And so it's important that you learn this skill. It's not going to go away like certain tools that we don't need anymore, because we have some technology to handle that. Okay, so let's look at example number 1. The clock shows the time that Erica got home from dance class. What time is it? So first we need to find the hours. Remember that the word hour is a short word. This is how I help my students to remember. So the word hour is a shorter word than the word minute. So the hour hand is the short hand, and the minute hand is the long hand. Now, the real logic behind it is because minutes, you have to be able to tell exactly what minute it is. So that hand needs to reach all the way out to the edge. Whereas with hours, you just kind of need to know what numbers it's between. So it doesn't have to be as accurate. So it can be a shorter hand. That's the real reason. But the easy way to remember it is hour is a short word, so it is the short hand. And you always start with the hour first. So the short hand is the hour hand. And notice it's written in red, and the hour hand on your clock is in red. So it's nicely color-coded to help you remember. It has passed the 5, but it has not reached the 6. So the hour is 5. You need to say the hour where the hand just was, not where it's headed to. There are times when you tell where it's headed to, but not for this lesson. So for right now, we're only going to tell what number the hand has passed and not what number it's almost to. The other thing to remember is that clock hands only go clockwise. That's where it comes from. And they go through the number in an increasing order. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They never go the other way. So, you can push them the other way, but when a clock is functioning properly, it goes from 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It does not go backwards the other way. Okay, so make sure that you're paying close attention to the number that the hand has just passed, and it's the lower number. Okay, all right, so the hour is 5, so we're going to count the minutes. The long hand is the minute hand. So you're going to count by 5s first to get you almost to where the minute hand is. Now, you could waste your time counting by 1s, but if you just remember that every big number is 5 minutes, you can skip count by 5s. Now, do remember that the 12 is 0. That's our point of origin. You don't start skip counting until you make your first jump. So you can see up here, That they did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You can also multiply. 9 times 5 is 45. Okay, so look over here on the left. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 is the next 5 minutes. Then you count each additional minute. So you can see they did 46 and 47. So it's, 47. Write the tens place first. So there are 47 minutes past the hour. So 47 minutes ago, it was 5 o'clock is basically what you're saying. So you write 547. You read, 547. You write it with 547 where your hour is before the colon and your minutes are after the colon. And the minutes have to always be 2 digits. So Erica finished the dance class at 5:47. Okay? All right, so let's go down to, let's go to the next page rather, 660. Okay, let's look at example number 2. Jake's soccer practice ended. What time is it? The digits before the colon show the hour. The digits after the colon show the minutes. So look at his watch there, and it says 12:15. So you read it 12:15 or 15 minutes past 12. And you write it exactly as you see it on the digital clock. So you're going to write 12, then your colon, and then your 15 minutes, because it's 15 minutes past 12. Okay? So let's do some guided practice. Circle the correct time shown on each digital or analog clock. So number 1, you have the yellow clock. The words below it say 15 minutes before 5 or 5:15. Pause the video, circle the one that you think is correct, then unpause and see if you got it right. Okay, so I see the hour is 5 and I see that the minutes are 15. It's 15 minutes past 5, so that is 5:15. Okay, let's do the next clock. So look at the hour hand first, the red short hand. Figure out the hour, and then skip count by 5s. Every jump you make from 12 to the 4 is 5 minutes. You can go ahead and write in your book if you need to. Pause your video. Okay, so I noticed that the red hand is just past the 12. It is headed to the 1. So it is the hour of 12. It is not the hour of 1. Okay, because it's not at the 1 yet. So now I'm going to make my jumps. I'm going to start at 12 and I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it is 12:20. Okay, and if you want to write the minutes here for the jumps as you skip count, you can if that helps you. Okay, let's look at the yellow clock. Now be careful on this one. Look at what number the red hand just passed, not the number that it's almost to. That's the hour. And then you're going to skip count by 5s from the 12 to the 10. Pause the video. Okay, so it looks like it's at the 2, but it is not. If you hold a ruler along the red line, you will see that it's not to the 2 yet. And it's definitely not between the 2 and the 3. Although it's almost at the 2, it is still the hour of 1. And then I'm going to do my skip counting and count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So it is 1:50. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit and let's look at clock number 4. So pay attention to the shorthand. Then you're going to skip count by 5s And when you run out of fives to skip count by, you're gonna switch count to hold on just a minute. You're going to switch count to counting by ones. Pause the video. Okay, so if you look, you can see that the hour hand is between the 10 and the 11. So it is in the hour of 10, which both of those give you the same choice of hour. So let's look at the minutes. Let's skip count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, now it's going to be kind of hard for me to make the little tiny jumps. I wonder if I can make my page any bigger. So I'm at 25. That's as big as it's going to get. Okay, so I think I'll make little dots. Okay, so I'm at 25, 26, 27, 28. Ooh, I did it right on the nose. So it is 10:28. If it was 10:30, the blue hand would be at the 6, because that would be another 5 minutes after 25. Okay, so let's look at number 5. Read the time on the purple clock, find the words that match it, and circle them. Pause your video. Okay, so I can see that my hour is 3 and the minutes following it is 44. The first set of words says 3:44. It's not just 44 minutes, though. It is 3:44. Okay? So now we're going to talk about your independent practice. You're going to write the time shown on each digital or analog clock in numbers and words. So on the first line for number 6, you're going to write the words blank minutes after blank. So you're going to put how many minutes in words after whatever the hour is in words. Okay, then you're going to write the time with a colon. Okay, same thing with number 7. You're going to write the words how you would read it. Okay, and then you're going to write how you would see the time, writing it down. Okay, and then number 8, you have to do the whole thing by yourself. Same thing with number 9. These are always fun. I liked these kind of worksheets when I was in school, where you just drew a line to the dot. So you've got the times down the middle. So what you're going to do is connect the clock that's in the middle with, like this, whoops, sorry. Keep forgetting I'm not in marker mode here. So you're going to connect this clock with the dot. That's not the right dot. I'm just showing you how to do it. So make sure that you find the correct time, and you're going to connect the clock either to number 10, number 11, number 12, or number 13. If you need to do your skip counting and you need to draw on the clocks, feel free to do that. Whatever it takes to get the answer right. Okay, and that is it. That is how you tell time to the minute.